Now, our search for the greatest car in the world ever goes on. In the first week, McLaren F1 was featured by Murray Walker, and that's got 28% of the vote. Chris Barry came along the second week, did the E-Type Jag, that has 29% of the vote. I did the Mustang, 18% of the vote. And this week, we're handing the baton over to a man who criticises restaurants in the Sunday Times, A.A. Gill.
The greatest car in the world is not the most expensive. Is not the fastest. The greatest car in the world isn't the most technologically advanced. It's the car we ask for by name. Taxi! Cars evolve. They started off as horseless carriages and ended up here. But evolution is all about survival of the fittest. And in those terms, a Lamborghini is a small, quaking lemming. Your F1 is a poster. This is where cars belong, in the city. It's not about driving in the Algarve, hairpin bends, or the long and winding road. This is where cars really make the difference. The beauty of the cab is in its character, its form-following function. It works incredibly hard. It does nearly 5,000 trips a year, and it goes about 50,000 miles. The interior of a London cab is just perfect. You couldn't improve it. It has plenty of legroom, it has lights you can read with, and you're cut off from the boring drone of the driver. The cab is a uniquely brilliant bit of British engineering. It's the sort of the Concorde of the road. I mean, slower, of course, but with more legroom. The Morris dancing of motoring, the famous turning circle, was laid down in 1906. The cab's got to be able to turn around in 24 feet. President Khrushchev had a cab. Sumo wrestlers are given cabs as marks of respect. Stephen Fry drives a cab. And we're told so does Prince Philip. A cab was the first four-wheeled vehicle ever to set foot at the North Pole. Absolutely the best thing about the cab is its state-of-the-art navigation system. It comes as standard with every one, and it's him, and he's just perfect. Cab drivers' brains are measurably larger than the rest of us, although you probably wouldn't know to talk to them. But down here, in the hippocampus, is where they store the knowledge, or the nodge, leaving enough space up here for hanging, football, and the answer to every general knowledge quiz ever posed. In that brain, there are over 1 million routes stored. He can take us to any one of 25,000 streets within a 6-mile radius of Charing Cross. OK, cabby, I want to go from Waterloo to the Palace Theatre.
All you do, you leave Waterloo by the spur road at the back, turn left into Bayliss Road, left into Waterloo Road. You never guess who I had in the back of the cab last week. Forward into Tennyson Way, forward onto Waterloo Bridge, bear right into the Aldwych, and another stupid tourist looking the wrong way. Left into Catherine Street, left into Exeter Street, right into Burley Street. Chinatown's on the left. Want a bit of fried cat, that's the place to go.
Sweet.
Right into Southampton Street, left into Henrietta Street, right into Bedford Street, forward into Cranbourne Street, right into Charing Cross Road, Palace Theatre's on the left-hand side. That's 780, Gov, please.
Frankly, this car's never going to win on all the technical things that cars are usually judged by. It's about a romantic attachment. I love these old things. This isn't about being a driver, it's about being a passenger. It's about getting drunk, it's about picking up girls, and it's about having sex in the back, quite frankly. In the end, if the British were a car, they'd be a cab. we're good in tight corners. You don't want to go head-to-head with us. And like us, it's driven by a rather embarrassing genius. Let's face it, on a wet night in Soho, which would you rather see? A Ferrari or the yellow light of a cab?
What a strange man. Anyway, if you want to vote for the black cab, the number to call is 09001 99 0003.
And remember, you can vote for any of these cars at any time, and you'll find all of the numbers listed on our website. Calls should cost no more than 10p, and we'll announce the winner at the end of the series.